Hi everyone, it's Miss Ari with Bedazzled Face Painting Glitter Tattoos. Today I'm going to show you how I do my stitch. First I start with the ears. I got my pink filbert brush fully loaded. I'm going to do pink on both sides for the center of the ear. Next, with my round brush, I usually use a round 1 brush, we're going to add on the outside of Stitch's ear, which we know is in our dark blue. Very realistic, like Stitch looks. We'll just add the dark blue in, like so. Thick to thin lines, always. And we can perfect any little spots as much as we want or as little as we want. Depends how much time you have to do your design. Now we'll do the other side. Thick to thin. The other side, thick to thin if there's enough paint. Now we'll round the top of the ear. Now I'm going to map out the forehead and fill it in. By map out, I'll just map where my blue paint's going to go and then fill it in with a bigger brush. You want to use your bigger brush because it would take forever to fill it in with this little round 1. But I do like adding the little hair on top of Stitch's face in with my round brush as well. Thick to thin. I'm going to use a filbert again. Same one I used for the pink. I think it's, I'm not sure what size it is at the moment, but it is a good brush. Adding blue down to the top of the nose. And then I'm going to add the light blue in, rinsing this filbert brush on the back part of the eyelids, just making both sides symmetrical here. Nobody's perfect. Using my tag light blue, great color. I could do it with a sponge, but I find it much faster just to use my brush on the back of the eye. Next, we're going to outline Stitch. I'm going to use my white paint and my liner brush. I use Fusion Paraffin White. Need a little more white here. Almost done. We're just going to outline the other side of the face. Stitch was very popular this last summer, I'll tell you. we got the ears on. I like to outline the little hair on top of the Stitch's head too. Just ties it all together the right way. And the last little step here is going to be the nose. And we'll put that on with black and a filbert brush as well. Stitch has a little round black nose, so that's what I paint. We got the nose on. While the nose dries, before we add the little white highlight to it, we're going to put on a double dip flower below each ear. Sometimes I put one on the top by the ear too. And if you see any little mistakes, you can go back and correct them now. I see a little part of my ear that I have to correct. Bottom part of Stitch's ear I missed. I'm working with a new camera here. There we go. We can fix pretty much anything that you paint. The final step will be to add a little highlight to Stitch's nose. And the last step will be adding a couple bedazzling stars. Last step for the paint, that is. Still have to add the glitter. There we go, a few stars for us. Next, I'm going to add my barrier spray and my fairy dust glitter. I'm going to add the barrier spray first so my glitter can stick to it. Here we go. Close your eyes. Some people spray one. I spray a couple extra, make it last a little longer. So for this part, it's just adding the fairy dust. And if you really want to bedazzle it, you could put some liquid bling on the inner part of the flower. I'll show you how to do that now too. Use liquid bling from American Body Art. Test it on your hand, make sure it's not spitting out any or too much at once. This one is actually, looks like it's not the best one to use. Must have shook it a little too much. Let's try the blue. Here we go. This is much nicer. On the center of the flower, you'll put your little bits of glitter, and this dries like puffy paint. It takes a few extra minutes to dry, but once you got it on there, and then once it's dry, it's good for the whole day. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This is my Stitch. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.